Yo, hey, what's up, fans? It is SummerSlam Saturday. All right, this is the Tekmaster. You're on the Shadow Nose Network. Welcome to the Top Rope, and I'm going to give you my SummerSlam predictions right now. All right, first and foremost, you've got CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with special guest referee Seth Rollins. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This match does not need a special guest referee. The only time that this match would need a special guest referee is if they've already wrestled once and the match ended either in a disqualification, a count out, a double disqualification, whatever the case may be. Then you need to bring in like an enforcer to make sure that there's a clear winner in this match. But for Seth Rollins to be part of this match as a special guest referee just makes no sense to me. Plus he says that, maybe he'll count to three, maybe he'll, maybe he'll, allow a tap out to happen, all this kind of stuff. It's just cheesy. I think Drew and CM Punk are going to be, this is going to be a phenomenal match, and you just don't need Seth Rollins there. Seth Rollins is like the fifth wheel on a car. You just don't need to be there. So my money is on Drew McIntyre. He needs to go over, and hopefully Seth Rollins won't, cause any interference, but expect Seth Rollins to interfere and cost CM Punk the match, setting up a match for them maybe at Survivor Series. We'll have to wait and see. Then you've got Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I definitely think that Dom is going to turn on Rhea and he's going to help Liv, and she's going to retain her Women's World Heavyweight Championship title, which I think then you're going to start to see the breakup of the Judgment Day, or at least a separation of the Judgment Day. So expect Dom, I think, to turn completely heel on Rhea and help Liv win and retain the title. Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the US Championship. It's time to put a title on LA Knight. It's time for Logan Paul to do the job, the J-O-B, and put over LA Knight. It's time, because Logan Paul really isn't doing much with the title, and he's a great, his character's great, his ring presence is great, he's actually a phenomenal wrestler, just basically crossing over from being, a YouTube star to a professional wrestler. So I think he's doing a great job, but I also think it's time for him to drop the title, and I think it's time for LA Knight to run with the title. And then, of course, you've got Damian Priest taking on Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship title. Now, we all know the World Heavyweight Championship title, it has credibility. I gotta say this, at first, we were calling it the consolation prize, and we were saying, this title doesn't really mean anything, it doesn't mean much. But I gotta say, Seth Rollins did a phenomenal job at elevating that title. I gotta say, Damian Priest has done a decent job at, keeping the title relevant. And I think it's time that Gunther wins this World Heavyweight Championship and elevates it to the next level like he did with the Intercontinental title. I expect Gunther to basically win this match, possibly due to outside interference. Maybe outside interference by the Judgment Day, maybe outside interference by, Ilya Dragunov. Maybe we see a new member of the Imperium. We'll have to wait and see. But I expect Gunther to win. I think it's his time, and I think it's the right time. Then you've got, speaking of the IC title, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. I think we're going to see a lot of title changes tonight at SummerSlam. I think Braun Breaker is going to win the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know if he's completely ready for it yet. He's, good wrestler. He's his character and storylines are definitely getting over. He's great in the ring. His mic skills are great. I just don't know if he's ready for the IC title, but I don't see Sami Zayn walking out with the Intercontinental Championship here tonight at SummerSlam. And then, of course, you've got Nia Jax versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. I think Nia needs to win. I think Nia needs to beat Bayley and become the WWE Women's Champion. Like I said, I'm expecting all titles except one to change hands tonight. And then, of course, you've got Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa now with Bloodline Rules for the WWE Undisputed Championship. I'm going to say this. I do not expect Roman Reigns to return tonight to SummerSlam. However, I do expect there to be some sort of outside interference in the bloodline. Maybe The Rock comes back tonight. Maybe Paul Heyman comes out with a shocker and brings back Brock Lesnar. I think there's going to be some sort of surprise. This is going to be a huge surprise. I will say this. If Roman Reigns returns, or if he's going to return tonight at SummerSlam, then the main event, Solo Sikoa and Cody Rhodes, will be the last match on the card. It'll be the main event of the show. If Roman's not going to come back, then Cody and Solo aren't going to main event tonight at SummerSlam. And that's just my take, because I've been watching wrestling for a very long time, over 30 years. And, typically that's what happens when you book a match like that and there's going to be a big return. So we'll have to wait and see. I would love to see Roman Reigns come back. Hell, I would even like to see Brock Lesnar come back in some, form or fashion. Even if he has to put over Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline members, just to see Paul Heyman try and get retribution and come back by bringing Brock Lesnar back would be phenomenal. All right, fans, let's get your thoughts on SummerSlam today. I'm hyped. I'm excited. Make sure that you tune in later tonight for the post-SummerSlam show here on the Shadow Knows Network. I am the Tekmaster. Thanks for joining me here on the top rope, and we'll see you soon.